Today I'm going to be rebuilding the Houston Texans after they traded away Deshaun Watson. So I actually have the most up-to-date roster that's available right now with all the free agents signings in the offseason, all the trades. So Devontae Adams is on the Raiders. We got Tyreek Hill on Miami Dolphins. So all these big deals that have been happening in real life. This roster is the most up-to-date as of right now. The only thing is that it's still back in 2021. But I do need to go trade Deshaun Watson to the Browns so we can get these draft picks. I'm not going to be able to get all the draft picks at once because the Texans actually got 3 first-round picks from the Browns, and you can only go 2 years in advance on those trades. So I have to wait till next season to get the last part of the draft picks. So I'm going to jump on here and get these picks from the Browns as much as we can for now. We got a first round pick this year, first round pick next year, and we need to get a 2022 fourth rounder, or let's do the 2023 third rounder. Third round. See if they go for this trade. Done deal. I am going to roll with Davis Mills as a starting quarterback. Most likely for the whole entire rebuild, I'm going to just roll with him and see what he can do. Current roster that I'm using is that it has all the players that are actually still free agents in real life. They're available in free agency, but I'm not going to sign any of them because the Houston Texans haven't signed any of them in real life. So I'm just going to roll with what they have on the team for now and let the computer decide who goes to what team, and we'll just see how that stuff goes. So I did create head coach Lovie Smith as the head coach of the Texans because he is their head coach now in real life. I did have to create him so he doesn't have any abilities, but that's fine. They promoted Pep Hamilton as the offensive coordinator, and I saw that the last time that he was with the Chargers as the quarterback coach whenever they got Justin Herbert, and I figured that his offensive style would probably be something similar to the Chargers, so I decided to go with the Chargers offense. On defense, I'm sticking with the default Houston defense because Lovie Smith was the defensive coordinator last year and now he's the head coach, so I'm assuming that they're going to run similar defensive style. So I just wanted to make it as realistic as possible. This is what the team looks like currently. This is the team that we're going to be using to go into this first season. It's a whole bunch of not very good players up here. Obviously, Laremy Tunsil is the best player that we got on offense. 89 overall left tackle. He's going to be here for a while. Same with Brandon Cooks. He'll probably be here for a few years. Probably going to do a 5-year rebuild on here since this team is going to take a while to develop, especially with all these draft picks that we're going to be getting. They're going to need time to develop. So we're rolling with Davis Mills at quarterback. He's a 68 overall, normal dev, 22-year-old rookie. See if he can develop. We got Royce Freeman here at running back. Obviously, we don't really have that many options, but I'm going to roll with him as the number 1 back for this season. Probably going to move on from him after this season. And basically, most of these players up here are not going to be here very long unless we can't find better players. But Brevin Jordan's going to be the starting tight end. He's a rookie, 70 overall. He has 85 speed, 80 catching, so he might actually develop into a long-term tight end for us. We got Nico Collins at wide receiver 2, 22-year-old rookie. He might develop into a long-term receiver for us. Defense needs a ton of work also. I had to move some linebackers around in order to put the best players on the field. Best cornerback or best defender that we have is Desmond King, 81 overall, 26-year-old star dev. He'll probably be on the team for a while. Malik Collins is the best defensive lineman we have. So we got a lot of work to do with this team. We are 1-6, not off to a great start as expected. I was over here trying to import a draft class for this coming up season, for like the realistic draft class in real life, and it glitched out and made me exit out, and it just put a computer generated draft class in. So we're just gonna have to roll with that. I don't really have a choice at this point. This game has so many bugs in it. It is what it is. We got a breakout player right here. Possibility. Looks like Desmond King. He's already one of the best players we have on the team, so hopefully we can get him to break out, become a superstar. Let's look at the players that are available to re-sign in the middle of the season. Chris Conley, no thanks. No thanks. No thanks. All these guys are really not that great, so that didn't take that long. We finished 1-16, a very terrible season. Obviously, we had a bunch of not so great players, so I was hoping we were going to win at least more than one game, but that probably guarantees us the number 1 pick in the draft. So maybe we pick a quarterback. Maybe we keep rolling with Davis Mills. I would rather roll with Davis Mills and see what he ends up at, but we'll see what happens when we get to that point. Let's check out the player stats. Offense, 31st in the NFL, pretty bad. Defense, dead last in the NFL, so we're starting from the bottom for sure. Davis Mills didn't have too terrible of a year. 4,000 yards, 23 touchdowns, 18 interceptions, not good. 57% completion percentage, that's really not good. Rushing, Royce Freeman averaged a whopping 3.3 yards per carry and had 5 touchdowns. Brandon Cooks actually had a pretty good year. 79 catches, 1,100 yards, 4 touchdowns. Brevin Jordan actually had a pretty good year too. 72 catches, 800 yards, 6 touchdowns. And then Philip Dorsett, Conley, Nico Collins for some reason didn't get a lot of opportunity, despite the fact that I had him higher up on the depth chart. Maybe it's just the offensive scheme the Chargers have. I never ran this offense before. On defense, we got Grugier Hill leading the team in tackles with 124, and then we had 4 guys with 100 tackles on defense because most likely the defense was on the field all the time. Jonathan Grenard had 15 tackles for loss, Jenkins 14, Roy Lopez had 12. Sack leader on the team, Jonathan Grenard, 5.5. Desmond King had 6 interceptions. Man, he was out here balling. We got Desmond King 8th on Defensive Player of the Year because he had 6 interceptions. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Davis Mills came in 6th. Brevin Jordan came in 8th. No Defensive Rookie. No Best Quarterback. Pretty much don't expect us to have any of this. Yeah, basically a bust everywhere else. Nothing. Desmond King won Best Defensive Back over Tyrann Mathieu. Nice. Brevin Jordan developed into a star dev, so at least there's some type of hope for us on offense. See, on defense, anything? Grugier Hill went up to star dev. That's about it. Kansas City Chiefs played against the Packers, and the Chiefs won in the Super Bowl. We got Patrick Mahomes won MVP, Andy Reid Coach of the Year with the Chiefs, Jadeveon Clowney won Defensive Player of the Year with the Chiefs, Trevor Lawrence won Rookie of the Year with the Jaguars, and Patrick Surtain won Defensive Rookie of the Year with the Broncos. I'm going through free agency, checking out players. I think I would like to bring Melvin Gordon in for a year, but it looks like the Seahawks already offering him 4 years, $30 million. I'm not about to offer that deal to a 29-year-old running back with normal dev. I think I'm going to try to bring Sony Michel in on a 3-year deal. I know we need a power back for a scheme fit, but I mean, we'll take what we can get. Hopefully he comes to the team. Wide receiver, I would like to bring in another wide receiver, but all these guys are pretty much in their 30s, and they want like 3-year deals that are going to fall off fast. Well, I won't say anything about this guy, no thanks. Deontay Harris, he might be an option. Yeah, I think I might offer Deontay Harris some money. 3 years, 24 mil. We got a crap ton of cap space, so we need to start building up slowly here. He's 24 years old with star dev, so he still has room to develop. That puts us in first. Tight end, we don't really need tight end. We got Brevin Jordan. Offensive line, so I'm going through, I was looking at all the players that they have, and there's really not a ton of players available that are really good. I mean, pretty much all these guys are better than our guys, so. Jason Kelsey, 1 year, $12 million. It would be worth it if we were like making a Super Bowl run, but we need to get some younger players that have time to develop, and there's pretty much none of those on here, so might just have to hunker down and buy a couple of guys that we don't want to pay, but like maybe Tyrell Crosby's 26. I don't know. I'm gonna look around. So I'm gonna offer Matt Paradis a deal for 1 year, 1 year patch. This is all before the draft, so we might end up finding some guys in the draft. Will Hernandez, he's 26, still has time to develop a little bit, so I think I'll offer him a little bit. See if we can get him in to patch up the offensive line for 1 year. Right tackle, we really need a new right tackle. I might have to just bite the bullet and bring in Bulaga for 1 year just to shore up that right side of the line, because I'm sure that Davis Mills probably got sacked 75 times. So on defense, we need a lot. I think I might go after Jadeveon Clowney. He just won Defensive Player of the Year in the last season, and he's 29 years old, and he has superstar dev, 87 overall, and is a scheme fit. So I think I'm gonna bring him in if we can get him. Maybe I'll do like a 3-year deal with him. Puts us in second. Done with a little bit more money over here. A little bit more cash. You know they do love some cash. That puts us in first. Defensive tackle, we need a lot. We need a lot. Our 2 best defensive tackles are 72 overall. Ooh, Doug Costin. He's 24 star dev. I think I'm gonna offer him for sure. Jack this money up a little bit. Puts us in first. Is any other younger dudes down here? Let's bring in a veteran. Linval Joseph, come in. Be the leader of this defense for us for 1 year. Got a deal in for him. Calais Campbell, $10 million. Oof. Might try to bring in. He wants 2 years, $16 million. I don't want to sit here and spend all the money like right off the bat, and then we got guys locked up in 3-4 year deals that aren't that good anymore while we're trying to pay up and coming guys. I might just go for, we need a speed rusher on this side. Man. You know what? I think I'm gonna let, if we get Jadeveon Clowney, I'm gonna let Jonathan Grenard move over to right end to be the speed rusher. Outside linebacker, we still got Grugier Hill. Middle linebacker, we need help. Joe Schobert is available. He wants a 3-year deal for $15 million. He's 28 years old, so that means that he's gonna start declining. But we really need help at middle linebacker, so I might just have to, or maybe even Reuben Foster, 3 years, $13 million. See if there's any other younger. Jalen Smith, the guy. This guy's funny. 2 years, $7 million. He's 25. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to bite the bullet again and go after Joe Schobert. He wants 3 years, $15 million. Let's offer him that and see where we stand. Fourth, he wants some more cash. That's all right. If it gets down to it, we can try to trade him next year or two, or cut him and just take a loss. Outside linebacker, pretty much nothing. Just gonna have to roll with what we got. At cornerback, Stephon Gilmore is here. We still got $37 million in cap space. We do need at least one more corner. We need a man to scheme fit. Sidney Jones is available. Jordan Lewis. Man, Stephon Gilmore is definitely like telling me to sign him. Bryce Callahan, let's check out what his man coverage is. Nobody's throwing him a deal. He's got 83 man. All right, let's see. He wants 10 mil. That's half price of Callahan or of Stephon Gilmore. See how much Jason Verrett wants, or what his man rating is. 81. 7.5 mil. Yeah. Offer him a deal on safety. We definitely need 2 safeties. Got Logan Ryan here. What is his speed right now? 85 speed. That's not great at all. I'm gonna try to bring in AJ Bouye. He's a corner, but if we can get him, I'm gonna move him over to free safety because he has pretty decent zone coverage for 1 year deal. And then at strong safety, we need someone at strong safety to be a run support. LaMarcus Joyner, if I can get him to accept a 1 year deal, let me jack it up a little bit, then I think that's going to be it for free agency, other than maybe kicker. Well, we still got a kicker, he's not the greatest. Looks like most of the people accepted the offer. Will Hernandez rejected us, and you must have a sad team if Will Hernandez is rejecting you. Deontay Harris rejected us, and Jadeveon Clowney. Why you got to do that to us, man? We really needed you. Well, time to go try to fill some holes in free agency. David DeCastro to come to us for a 1-year deal. 79 overall, he's 32, so he's gonna start falling off fast, but we need help on O-line, and he wants more money, so luckily we got it. So that's one thing that we do have on this team. We don't have talent, but we got cash. Puts us in first. We need to get another defensive end since Jadeveon Clowney said, hell no, I ain't going to y'all. Calais Campbell, I think Akeem Hicks looks like the best option. Try to get him on a 2-year deal. Throw him a little bit more because there's already other teams offering him. That still has us in 5th. Dang. All right, a little bit more. Puts us in 1st. And we need to check out wide receiver because Deontay Harris said no. Antonio Brown. Man, I really want to get young guys. Auden Tate, he's a scheme fit, but it's already 25. I don't know, I might just wait till the draft on wide receiver. Team Hicks rejected us too, but we did get DeCastro at right guard. So we need to look at defensive end once again. Nobody wants to come and play for us because they feel sorry for us probably. Melvin Ingram is still available. We got it right in. Calais Campbell's still sitting here. And Ndamukong Suh, man, might just have to go after him just to put somebody out there. Nobody's offered him any money yet, so I'll throw him a deal. Hopefully he accepts, and then we can get to the draft. 2 accepted, so I will see y'all in the draft. Here we are in the draft, and we have the number 1 pick and the number 10 pick with the trade that we did with Cleveland. So it looks like we're gonna have the pick of the litter here since we did so terrible. I haven't looked at any of these players, so I don't know what we have anywhere. It looks like it's a bunch of defensive players in the top 5. And we got a quarterback here, Ethan Copeland. Let's see what he's looking like. He has elite acceleration, elite change of direction. His throwing power is decent. That doesn't sound so great. Quarterback should have way better than decent throwing power. He might be a bust. I mean, we got the number 1 pick, so definitely want to try to get. I want to get a quarterback, but at the same time, I want Davis Mills. Ooh, this guy has elite acceleration, elite change of direction, elite jump, and elite speed. His throw power is only solid. Man, this guy's like a running back playing quarterback. His spin move is A, throw accuracy mid is A, play action is B. Man, how tall is he? 6'3", 213. He might be the guy, even though his throwing power is not great. We might have to draft him. He might have like long-term greatness. Possible. He could have superstar X factor. No sense in drafting a wide receiver when we don't have a quarterback that can throw in the ball. Man, so tough, so tough, so tough. Clay Frazier. Man, I wonder if he'll be there at 10. I don't want to risk it. I think he's better than the other quarterback, so I'm just going to go ahead and draft him. Hidden Dev. 89 throw power. That's not bad, actually. I like that pick. Second pick in the first round, pick number 10. Pretty much any position we take is going to be helping our team because we're just terrible everywhere. See, this right tackle has elite acceleration, elite agility. He looks pretty solid. Really don't want to take off. I mean, we do need offensive linemen like big time, but our defense is just as bad. This guy, he's kind of slow for a defensive end. I know he's 256 pounds. I mean, he's outside linebacker, slow for outside linebacker, but he could get moved to defensive end though. But let's keep looking around. Kerry Fletcher from Pittsburgh doesn't look like amazing. So I'm gonna keep looking around and figure out who I'm gonna draft. This offensive lineman looks like the best guy, so I'm gonna draft him. And he has normal depth. Man, figures. Here we are in round 2. We got pick number 1, so it's basically an extended first round pick. This defensive end, he looks pretty good. His physical attributes are like great, good, solid, decent, which doesn't seem like amazing, but if you look at this skills, he has A power moves, A pursuit, A tackle. That's like the best thing that you can get at defensive end. So I'm gonna draft him and see how he looks. Normal. Come on, man. This defensive tackle looks pretty decent for a 3rd round pick. He has B awareness, B block shedding, A play recognition. So I'm going to take a pick on him. Ooh, hidden dev. Nice find in 3rd. The quarterback that we took number 1 overall, Frazier. He's 75 overall with hidden dev. Check out his ratings. He has 89 throw power, 77 deep accuracy, 82 medium accuracy, 84 short accuracy. He already has 78 awareness. Pretty good for a rookie, and he's 22 years old. This defensive tackle I drafted in the 3rd round, Burby Bonner. Man, that name looks funny. He's a 72 overall, hidden dev, 87 strength. He has 80 tackle, 80 acceleration. Looks like he has the potential to be a beast. Peter drafted these other guys. They drafted this left guard, Ben Hatchett, and he actually has hidden dev, which is really good for our team. Obviously, we need the offensive line. They drafted this running back, and it doesn't look like he's all that great. Quarterback that we drafted in the 1st round, Frazier, his number was 20. So I was trying to change it, but everyone had taken all the other numbers. But he pretty much, I remember when I was drafting him, I said that he looked like a running back playing quarterback with all his speed and stuff. So I thought it was funny, but I'm changing him to number 5 now. We got Frazier here at quarterback. We got Sony Michel at running back. We got Brandon Cook still at wide receiver 1. Offensive line is starting to get a little bit better. We just got a couple guys patched in here for 1 season. So we got Brevin Jordan over here at tight end. On defense, we got a little bit better on defense. I guess we got a lot better. It doesn't really look like it because it's still not that great, but we got this defensive tackle coming in here starting as defensive tackle 2, and Ndamukong Suh over here and Grenard over here. At cornerback, we got Desmond King and Verrett, and then I have moved AJ Bouye from corner to free safety to fit the scheme with his zone. But we'll see how this team does. I'm not expecting us to go to the playoffs, but we should do better than 1 win like last season. Season point, and we already doubled our win total from last season. We got 2 wins, 5 losses, so we're already twice as good as last season. Looks like we got a weekly award winner here. Joe Schobert won Defensive Player of the Week with 16 tackles. Let's see what players we have available to negotiate with. Brandon Cooks, he wants 4 years, $67 million. Probably gonna go ahead and do that since he's basically the best player on the team. Let's see, 5 years. Let's just do a 4-year deal because he's probably gonna start falling off. He's coming back. Jason Verrett, AJ Bouye. So a lot of these guys are all older, declining. I'm probably just gonna wait till the end of the year with these guys and see how far off they fall. At the end of the regular season, we finished 5-12, which is actually really good compared to last season, no doubt. Let's check out the lineup and see what type of devs our hidden players had. So Frazier just had star dev, which is fine. I mean, he's still 23 years old. Looks like everyone else is still the same right now. Defense, this defensive tackle, he had star dev as well. So checking out season stats. Dang, we had the 9th ranked offense. That's way better than 31 last year. Defense is still trash, 32 overall, so we need to upgrade defense tremendously. Frazier threw for 5,100 yards as a rookie, had 32 touchdowns. That's pretty good. 18 interceptions, not so great. Completion percentage, actually not too bad. Sony Michel did way better than Freeman did last year. 890 yards, 3.8 per carry. Still would rather see him. I like my running backs to have about 4.5 yards per carry at least. But he had 13 touchdowns, pretty damn good. Nico Collins had 1,000 yards receiving. Seth Williams had 1,000 yards receiving. It looks like Brandon Cooks, he got hurt. He only played in 12 games. Still had 913 yards. Brevin Jordan still had 913 yards. So passing game is getting pretty strong with this rookie quarterback that we got. Joe Schobert led the team in tackles with 136. Grugier Hill had 124. Desmond King had 109 at corner. And Ndamukong Suh had 19 TFLs. Joseph had 12. Grenard had 12. Coleman had 12 sacks. The rookie Herbie Bonner had 7 sacks, led the team, and Ndamukong Suh had 6.5. Grenard had 4. Interceptions, Moreland had 3. Verrett had 2. King had 2. A couple other guys with 2. Frazier won the Offensive Rookie of the Year. Our quarterback that we drafted in the first round, number 1 overall. Herbie Bonner came in 3rd and Defensive Rookie of the Year. And Calvin Coleman came in 8th with Defensive Rookie of the Year. Clay Frazier upgraded to Superstar Dev because he won Offensive Rookie of the Year. Superstar Dev, yeah, because he won Offensive Rookie of the Year. That's nice. So it appears as if Deshaun Watson ends up winning the Super Bowl with the Browns in his 2nd season. Nick Chubb won the Super Bowl MVP. Patrick Mahomes won MVP of the regular season. TJ Watt won Defensive Player of the Year. Mike McCarthy won Coach of the Year. Ndamukong Suh decided to retire after playing for 13 years. So I'm looking at players available to re-sign before we get into free agency. We got 27 players on here, so there's about to be a lot of turnover on this team. I really want to get away from all these 30-year-old dudes that have normal dev. I really don't want to bring any of them back unless we absolutely have to, which I'll make that decision once we get to regular free agency. I'm just trying to look and see if there's anybody in here that has star dev or better, and it appears as if none of them do. So they got Lamar Jackson here, 26 years old, 98 overall, superstar X Factor. I don't think that he would actually go to free agency in real life, but I'm not going to sign him. I already have a quarterback. Running back, I think we're good. Wide receiver, we could use another wide receiver. You know, I've just been sitting here waiting for Scotty Miller to go to free agency so I could sign him. Not. I don't know. We might try to get one of these guys, but we have a lot of holes we need to fix on this team. Pretty much offensive line. We need a left guard. Connor Williams might be an option. At center, Rodney Hudson looks pretty good. I moved that the lineman that we drafted over to center. He's 23, 70 overall, but yeah, star div. Right guard, we do need a right guard. And at right tackle, we do have the right tackle that I drafted in the first round, but he's only at 71 with normal div, so that's definitely not good. Might try to we need to get at least 2 offensive linemen here. Connor Williams, he's agile. We need a power. Well, at left tackle, the scheme fits pass protector, but at guard, we need power guard. Might try to go after Ben Powers. At center, I'm just going to roll with the rookie he's not a rookie anymore, he's a 2nd year, but we might take Mitch Morris and move him over to right guard, possibly. I tried to get Will Hernandez last year, he turned me down. He was being an a-hole. I think I'm going to go after Ben Powers. 2-year deal, $9 million, 26 years old, so that'll be 1 hole patched. Yeah, I think I'm going to go after Mitch Morris. 1-year deal. I'm gonna have to pay a little bit for him because somebody else already offered him a deal, but we got $125 million in cap space. So that's what happens when you have a ton of holes on your team. We need another defensive end, or we could roll with Coleman, the rookie that we drafted. Defensive tackle, I think we're good. Defensive tackle, we got 2 star divs. Right, and Montez Sweat is available. He might be someone. We definitely need like huge upgrades on defense. Pretty much, we need like every linebacker position filled up. Levante David is available. Cole Holcomb is available. That might be the move. Both of those guys. We still got Joe Schobert, but I'm gonna go after Levante David, despite the fact that he's pretty old. We really need a lot of help at linebacker. So if I get him, I can move him over to left outside linebacker or even Joe Schobert. At right outside linebacker, I'm going to go after Cole Holcomb because he's a scheme fit for pass coverage. He wants 3 years, $32 million. That puts us in the top. At cornerback, we only got Desmond King on the roster, so I'm definitely going to go after Sean Murphy Bunting here. I'm going to just throw him a 5-year deal, try to lock him up for the rest of the rebuild. Puts us at the top. We still need another corner. Thinking it's either going to be Greedy Williams or Nick Needham. I think it's going to be Nick Needham. 2-year deal. Throw his cash up a little bit more. Yeah. Alright, we need a free safety and a strong safety because I didn't re-sign anybody. Trying to find younger, better dudes, but there's not really any options out here, man. Jimmy Ward, what is your speed looking like? 87 speed. You want a 2-year deal? Will you take a 1-year deal? if you will. Then I'll bring you up, be a starter for 1 year. Free safety, Marquise Blair. Still got AJ Bouye, who we have moved over. We might have to do something like that. His speed's only 85. It's terrible. We might have to try to find another corner to move over to free safety. Bryce Callahan's a zone scheme. That's what we need. Yeah, I'm going to try to get him and move him over to free safety. I'm going to offer Montez Sweat a deal. Definitely need to get some more pass rushers. I'm going to go after him for a 5-year deal. Since we got a ton of money, still wants a little bit more. That's all right. We got some more cash, bro. Just get in line and we'll hand it out to you. Puts us up there. All right. So there wasn't like a ton of star power in this free agent class, so couldn't exactly spend. I know we still got like 60 million left in cap room, but there's not like a whole ton of high overall guys. I mean, at least not in places that we need. So Tom rejected our deal. Montez Sweat rejected our deal. Man, those are two guys that I really wanted to get. Gonna have to try to bring back Gruger or Hill. Definitely don't want to give him a 3-year deal, but if I can get him on a 1-year deal. Rejected our offer as per usual. To finish off the trade for Deshaun Watson, we needed to get another first-round pick from 2024 and a 4th-round pick from 2024. So in order for that to happen, I just picked the worst team the worst player that was on my team and made him a quarterback and upped them all to 99 overall, superstar X Factor in order for this trade to happen. And then I'm going to go back to the roster and change that guy back to nobody so the Browns don't have that guy, just to make the trade go through. I went and I changed all his stuff, so now he's a 49 overall quarterback with normal dev, and he's terrible. So it looks like we got the number 1 pick overall once again, even though we won 5 games. So hopefully we can hit on these first round picks that we got, because we need help big time on this team. Let's check out this corner. He's a zone scheme fit, which isn't our scheme fit, but I mean, we have the team that we have. You can't really be picky about what players you get. This corner over here looks like he's probably a zone scheme fit as well. And then this pass rush and defensive end, we could really use a pass rush and defensive end. He's 23 years old, which is not great, but he looks like he's pretty freaking solid. He has elite agility, elite speed. He has B awareness, B play rec, C power, B pursuit, A tackle. He's looking like he might be the number 1 overall pick here. We definitely don't need a quarterback. So I think I'm going to take this defensive end. Freaking normal dev with the number 1 pick, man. 32nd pick in the first round with the trade from the Browns as our 2nd first round pick in this draft. Maybe we can find a better player than the defensive end that we took, number 1. The first round, still pick number 32. I'm gonna draft this defensive end, Chauncey Franklin. Hidden dev, nice. We really need that. We need some freaking sacks on our team, man. So we have the very next pick because we have pick number 1 in round 2. So we got 2 picks back to back. First pick in the 2nd round. He has elite acceleration, elite agility, and elite speed. He runs a 4.27, the fastest wide receiver in the draft. His skills, I mean, there's like pros and cons. He has A, spectacular catch, A, stamina, and B, release, but he has D, catching traffic, and D, short route. So it's kind of a gamble here, but he's fast as crap. So hidden dev, 97 speed, nice. New wide receiver for our quarterback. 3rd round, I'm going to draft this free safety, Virgil Peterson. Hopefully get lucky and find us a little gem. And he has no more dubs. At the draft recap, the number 1 overall pick, we drafted this defensive end. He has no more dev, which is terrible, and he's 23 years old, so that's definitely the worst pick that I made in this draft, I think. Chauncey Franklin, I ended up drafting him, and he had hidden dev, so at least we got a couple young defensive ends. Wide receiver in the 2nd round, Tony Spate. He has hidden dev. He might be the steal of the draft for us personally. This free safety, he's not terrible, but I was hoping that he had hidden dev. We got this running back. The computer drafted this guy, and he is a freaking beast. He's a power back with hidden dev, and he's only 21 years old. He has 89 speed with 82 break tackle, so he's more, he's a power back, so he might end up being our starter. The rest of these guys are not so great. So we have all this draft capital, and we really need help on defense. I decided to trade away a first round, second round, and third round pick for Devin White, middle linebacker from the Buccaneers. He's 25 years old, 90 overall with superstar dev, and he's a scheme fit. So hopefully he can come in and be a cornerstone for our defense and take us to the next level, because our defense has been terrible. So after making some moves, we got Spate, the rookie wide receiver. He's going to be the #1 receiver for the year, because if he ends up winning offensive rookie of the year, he'll jump up to, if he has star dev, he'll jump up to superstar dev. If he has superstar dev, he'll jump up to X Factor. So we need to get him a ton of targets. We got this rookie running back the computer drafted. I'm going to start him over Sony Michel. Sony Michel's already 28 years old. This running back's only 21. We got Clay Frazier at quarterback, superstar dev, 80 overall. We got Brandon Cooks, 90 overall at wide receiver 2. Still got Brevin Jordan. He's developing nicely. He's 77 overall. At offensive line, we got a couple of young guys playing on the right side and on the left side, some older guys. But overall, the team is starting to get better and younger and faster slowly. On defense, we got Devin White shoring up the team at middle linebacker, 91 overall superstar. We got Levante David playing right outside linebacker, Joe Schobert playing left outside linebacker, Jimmy Ward playing strong safety, we got Bryce Callahan playing free safety, Desmond King at cornerback 1, Sean Murphy Bunting at cornerback 2, and we got Needham at cornerback 3. On the line, I decided to go young. This is the #1 overall pick that we drafted. He was a normal dev, but I'm going to go ahead and start him at right end. At left end, we got the other first round draft pick. And then at defensive tackle, this defensive tackle was a rookie last year. And we got Costin over here at DT2. I'm going to set this season's goal as make the playoffs, and hopefully we can actually do that. That would be great. At the mid-season point, we are 5-1, which is very surprising to me. We're actually leading the division. We got a breakout player opportunity over here. I'm going to check this out. Jason Huffman, that's that running back that we got. That's a rookie. Get him 3 touchdowns or 150 rushing yards. We got Laramie Tunsil here. He's 91 overall, best offensive lineman we have. Definitely want to try to bring him back. He wants a 4-year deal. I think I'll just go ahead and do it. We got a crap ton of cap space here. He's coming back. Desmond King, he wants 1 year, $8 million. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. Almost $9 million. He's coming back. Bryce Callahan, I'm going to wait till the end of the year and see what he's looking like. Same thing with Jimmy Ward. This punter, he wants a 3-year deal. I'll go ahead and give it to him. Perfect, coming back. Kicker, Tyler Bass, he wants a 2-year deal for $8 million. Go for it. He's coming back. So we're actually getting to the point where we have players that we want to bring back to the team instead of just letting them go all the time because they're terrible. But it looks like that's pretty much it for now. So that wide receiver that we drafted and we had him starting as the #1 receiver, he has a dislocated elbow and apparently he's been missing a couple of weeks, so that's definitely not good for him. I'm trying to get him to win the offensive rookie of the year. Finishing the regular season 9-8, and we missed the playoffs, but the team is actually getting a lot better, and we will see what the stats are looking like. 17th ranked offense. Last year I think we were 9th, so but the defense improved tremendously at 12th overall. Player stats, we got Clay Frazier, 4,400 yards, 23 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. Well, I guess, did he miss some games or maybe one? No. For some reason, Davis Mills got a couple pass attempts in here. Running back, rookie Jason Huffman had 700 yards, 3.4 per carry, which is not great, but he had 14 touchdowns. For some reason, computer generated, draft class running backs, once you get them into the game and you're doing simulation, they always have terrible stats the first year or two, and then they start to develop. Brandon Cooks had 77 catches for 1,000 yards, 5 touchdowns. Nico Collins almost 1,000 yards, 5 touchdowns. Brevin Jordan over 700 yards. Tony Spate missed 7 games, but he still had 600 yards, 4 touchdowns. Not bad. I was really hoping that he was going to be getting a crap ton of targets and yards, but Sean Murphy Bunting led the team as a cornerback in tackles with 109. Levante David had 108. David White had 106. TFLs, Herbie Bonner had 18. Calvin Coleman had 13. sacks. Herbie Bonner, the defensive tackle, led the team with 8.5. Marion Carmichael, one of the first round picks, had 7. Chauncey Franklin, another first round pick, had 6 sacks. Levante David had 7 sacks at linebacker, and he had 4 interceptions. Levante David is a beast. Looking at the yearly awards, Levante David came in 8th in Defensive Player of the Year with this crazy season. Jason Huffman, the running back, won Offensive Rookie of the Year, and the wide receiver we had, Spate, he came in 5th. So that means that Huffman should be getting an upgrade, hopefully. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Carmichael and Franklin came in 2nd and 3rd. Man, I was hoping they were going to get that. Virgil Peterson came in 6th. I think that was a safety that I drafted. Offensive line, Larry Tunsil came in 9th. Defensive line, Bonner, the defensive tackle, came in 8th. Best linebacker, Levante David, came in 5th. It's a Super Bowl week, so that's the week whenever they make all the changes to the dev grades based on their season. Spate is just a regular, or he's a star dev. We still got Frazier at superstar, and Huffman, he's still only at star. I was hoping that he was going to get an upgrade since he won Offensive Rookie of the Year in the AFC, but I guess it didn't matter. On defense, we got Levante David upgraded to superstar dev because he had an insane season, but he's already like 34 years old, so that's probably going to drop all the way down to normal dev literally right after this week. We got Franklin, the defensive end, is a superstar. Woo, nice. So I guess that first round wasn't a bust after all. And Bonner upgraded to superstar X Factor at defensive tackle. Dude's out here killing it. He led the team in sacks. Freaking awesome. Jaguars beat the 49ers in the Super Bowl 38-21, and James Robinson won Super Bowl MVP. Ezekiel Elliott won MVP with the Cowboys. Urban Meyer, the GOAT coach of Madden franchise simulation, always wins Coach of the Year like most of the time. We got Aaron Donald as Defensive Player of the Year. Players available to re-sign before free agency starts. Bryce Callahan is sitting here at free safety. He only wants $3.76 million, and he has 90 speed. I don't know. I'll probably just let him go to free agency and try to bring someone else in. Same thing with Jimmy Ward. Probably with a lot of these guys. Drew Sample, Duke Batch. Yeah, it looks like these guys are all pretty much just going to go to free agency. Jonathan Grenard, we really don't need him anymore since we drafted all these defensive ends. Doug Costin, he was a star dev at the beginning of the season, but he fell off agency. And there's a lot of big names available here. We got Derrick Henry at running back. We don't really need him though, since we just got us a young running back. Wide receiver, there's not really like any insane people here. Tight end, Tyler Higbee. So I'm gonna go through here and make us some signings. Ooh, we got Ryan Jensen at center. Might have to draft or sign him. Tristan Wirfs at right tackle. We need to shore up this D line right here, since we had to let the other defensive tackle go. Dang, Broncos are throwing them a ton of money. But luckily, we got $100 million on our cap room over here. Trying to get Antoine Winfield Jr. here at free safety. 26 years old. This could be our long-term answer here. Long safety, I think I'm going to try to get Marcus May on a 1-year deal. He's a scheme fit, run support. So hopefully he can take that. Daniil Hunter is available here at left end. He's a 94 overall superstar X Factor. Really need to get some guys that can get some sacks on the team. So definitely going to try to get this guy. We can afford him and we need it. We needs it. And he needs a lot more money. Of course, though, everyone wants that big check, even in video game land. Still in second, so this guy's gonna get like $50 jillion a year right here. 3 years, $80 million. Is that enough? No. Dang. Well, it's a good thing that we still have a crap ton of money. I am gonna offer Tristan Wirfs a contract. Definitely gonna try to get him. Make this O-line get a little bit better. Already offered him a crap ton and he still wants a crap ton more. The last move I'm gonna make, I think, in free agency is gonna be trying to get Khalil Mack. He wants 2 years, $45 million. I'm gonna try 1 year. Nobody's offering him anything right now, so I'm gonna try to get him a little bit cheaper. Most of the people accepted our offer. Michael Pierce declined it or rejected it. I think we still have some guys that we're negotiating with over here. Khalil Mack. Yeah, these guys are offering him a crap ton, so I don't think we're gonna be able to get him, but I'll see. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and offer Fletcher Cox a deal. Since Michael Pierce turned us down, he's 33, but he's still 84 overall. So he's actually not too bad for his age. Fletcher Cox accepted our deal, so we're pretty much done with free agency now, and we're about to go into the draft. In the first round of the draft, we got pick number 16. I'm going to draft this linebacker because we need help at outside linebacker, and I think that this guy will fit right in. And he has no more depth, which sucks. 87 speed though. Here in the fourth round, we didn't have a second or third round pick since I traded them away to the Buccaneers to get Devin White at middle linebacker. But I'm going to go ahead and draft this outside linebacker, and he has no more depth. Checking out the draft recap, this linebacker we drafted in the first round, Jose Benson. He's a 75 overall, 87 speed, 87 tackle, 94 hit power. He looks like he can be a nasty dude. Going into the fourth year of the rebuild, we got Frazier, 83 overall, superstar. Huffman, running back, starting to get better. We still got Spate at wide receiver 1. Cooks at wide receiver 2. We got Nico Collins at wide receiver 3. The offensive line is starting to get better. Reverend Jordan's getting better. On defense, we got Levante David, Devin White, and rookie Benson that we drafted at linebacker. And we got Antoine Winfield at free safety. We got Marcus May at strong safety. Sean Murphy Bunting at cornerback 2. Desmond King at cornerback 1. We got 2 superstars on the D-line and 1 superstar X-Factor. And then we brought Fletcher Cox in to play DT2. At the midseason point, we were 2-4, not really off to a great start. Obviously hoping that we would do better than that. See what type of players we got over here to re-sign, to bring back. Desmond King wants 1 year, $8 million. Probably gonna wait till the end of the year to try to bring him back after he goes down a little bit. His price will go down. Probably the same thing with a lot of these players as per usual. Levante David is gonna be moving on from him. Nico Collins, I'm not sure if we're gonna bring him back or not. Reverend Jordan, I definitely want to bring him back. Let's get him for a 5-year deal, $23 million. That's a pretty good, cheap deal. He's coming back. Ben Powers, yeah, I'll go ahead and offer him. He's coming back. Sonny Michel, we're moving on. So we're about to play against the Jaguars, and I was looking and it said that Lamar Jackson was their quarterback. And so yeah, it appears that they already had Trevor Lawrence in real life, and then they decided to sign Lamar Jackson in free agency. Something doesn't seem right about that. But we ended up going 5-12. It's just terrible season after terrible season here. I don't know what the deal is, but let's check out the stats. 27th on offense, terrible. We're probably just gonna have to change the playbook because in simulation playbooks mean everything. So you can't win unless you run the Kansas City Chiefs offense every single year. Frazier actually had 4,300 yards, 33 touchdowns. Huffman, not so great, 3.3 per carry. It was terrible. Spate had 1,000 yards. Nico Collins had 1,000 yards. Brandon Cooks. How did Brandon Cooks have? We had the same amount of catches, but way less yards per catch. Alright, I guess. Reverend Jordan, 700 yards, 6 touchdowns. Defense, Devin White led the team in tackles. That's what we need, him to be leading the team in tackles because he's the best player we have on defense. Danielle Hunter led the team in sacks with 8. TFL, Danielle Hunter had 18. Couple guys with a few interceptions. Fletcher Cox decided to retire after 13 seasons in the NFL. Looking at players available to re-sign before free agency starts in the offseason. I'm going to try to bring Desmond King back for 1 more year. He wants to go to free agency. Marcus May, probably going to let him walk. Nick Needham, I might bring him back as a 3rd corner, but I don't know, I might see if there's better options. Levante David, done with you. Nico Collins, probably not going to bring him back. Davis Mills, nah. 3 years, $24 million for a backup quarterback. No thanks. Looking at free agency, we got this outside linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. He's 25 years old and he's a scheme fit pass coverage. 93 overall, superstar X Factor. Definitely going to try to bring this guy in. I'm going to throw him a huge deal over here. So we need this help bad. We gotta make it to the playoffs, man. We still aren't even on the top 5 after this huge offer. Throw him a ton more. Gonna try to get Kendall Fuller at cornerback. He wants a 1-year deal for like 16 mil. Alright, we need to get another corner too. Maybe Xavier Howard. What is his speed looking like? 90. Alright, that works. Throw him a deal. And then we need a strong safety that's a run support. But I think I'm gonna try to get Kevin Bayard here. 1-year patch here. We do need another defensive tackle since Fletcher Cox retired, so I'm going to try to bring Michael Pearson for a 1-year deal. Aaron Jones is available at running back. I'm not sure if I want to try to... Well, I mean, we do need to upgrade at running back. Huffman looks good on paper, but he hasn't really performed yet. Let me see if I can get Aaron Jones on a 2-year deal. He's already 30 years old, but he's still 92 overall. So everybody accepted except for Fuller at corner, so we need to try to get another cornerback. Stephon Gilmore is 34, a bunch of old dudes. I guess we can try to bring Desmond King back since he turned us down. Desmond King accepted our offer, so that's going to be it for free agency. We got a 5th-year option up here for quarterback Clay Frazier. Definitely want to bring him back. Yeah. We should have another one too because we had 2 first-round picks. Let's see. Glenn Knotts. No, I'm not going to do him. Here in the first round of the draft, we got pick number 5. Looking at this defensive end, Chris Cooper. He has elite acceleration, elite change of direction, elite jumping. We don't know anything about his combine or pro day. His skills, he actually looks pretty good. I'm thinking about taking him. I'm gonna look around some more. This defensive tackle is also set in here. He's a run stop and scheme fit. He has the first 40-yard dash of all defensive tackles. The elite speed. We do need a younger defensive tackle, so I think I'm gonna just go ahead and draft him. He looks pretty good. Crap. Draft clock expired. Alright, so I had to exit out of the game and come back in since it glitched out, and I'm looking back at the same defensive tackle again because everybody made the same draft picks. So I'm gonna try to draft this guy again and see what the heck happens. Nice, hit him dead. Checking out the draft recap. I let the computer draft the rest of the guys after the first pick, but we drafted Devin Vance in the first round, defensive tackle. He is 72 overall with hidden dev, 22 years old. Looks like he has a bright future. Computer drafted this tight end, Cole Callahan, in the second round. He's a 74 overall vertical threat with 82 speed. Normal dev, but not bad. Pierce got injured in the first preseason game and tore his rotator cuff and is going to be out for the whole entire season. So I guess it's a good thing that we drafted a defensive tackle with the first round. So I'm switching the playbooks to Kansas City offense and Kansas City defense. See if this makes a difference. We haven't made the playoffs at all, so we need to make some big changes. Looking at the yearly awards, Gardner Minshew came in second MVP to Patrick Mahomes playing for the Buccaneers, so I guess that Buccaneers playbook is also a good one. Green Bay Packers beat the New England Patriots in the Super Bowl. Kenny Clark won Super Bowl MVP, whoever that is. Patrick Mahomes won MVP of the regular season. Myles Garrett won Defensive Player of the Year. The starting lineup looks like for the 5th and final season. Decided to put Brandon Cooks as the number 1 receiver. I was trying to develop Spate, but it never happened. We got Aaron Jones at starting running back. We got Clay Frazier, 85 overall, superstar quarterback. Offensive line is alright in the middle, but outside's a pretty good tackle. Brevin Jordan's up to 80 overall at tight end. On defense, this is probably the best defense that we had since we started. We got 2 stud linebackers, pretty good safeties. Corners are pretty decent. Defensive line is young and coming up. We had to put Vance starting at defensive tackle too since Michael Pierce got injured the first preseason game. So see how this team does. Actually looking pretty good for a change. It's pretty much unheard of with this team. End of the regular season and we went 14-3. We actually got a first round bye in the playoffs. That's all that we need to do is just change the freaking playbook. Trying to make it realistic, but when you're doing simulation, if you don't run Kansas City playbooks the whole entire time, then pretty much aren't putting your team to its fullest potential, I guess you could say. So, I guess that's that. Let's check out the stats for the season real quick. We had the 4th ranked offense. Clay Frazier had the 2nd most passing yards and the number 1 defense. Wow, look at that. Clay Frazier had his best season yet. 4,900 yards, 37 touchdowns, 16 interceptions. Let's check out his entire career so far. Yeah, he threw the most touchdowns that he ever has, 37. And he has the highest QB rating. Highest completion percentage, 68%. Pretty damn good. Rushing, Aaron Jones came in and did what we've been wanting our running backs to do the entire time. 1,000 yards, over 4.5 per carry, 10 touchdowns. Even Huffman had 10 touchdowns. Receiving, Brevin Jordan led the team with 99 catches, 1,149 yards, 9 touchdowns. Brandon Cooks had 1,000 yards, 11 touchdowns. DeMarco Rucker had 988 and 7. Tony Spate 913 and 5. Defensively, Devin White led the team in tackles with 118. Owusu Koromoa had 108 and then led the team in TFLs with 21. Herbert Bonner had 18 sacks. Daniil Hunter had 16 and a half sacks. That's freaking awesome. Marion Carmichael had 8.5. Rookie Devin Vance had 3.5. Not so great. Sean Murphy-Bunting led the team in interceptions with 4. A couple other guys had 2 and 1. We're playing against Cleveland in the playoffs, and of course it would be Deshaun Watson versus his old team, the Houston Texans. He was able to knock off the Kansas City Chiefs. Here we go, Super Sim in this game. We're up 7-0 to start the game off. 10-0 going into the second quarter. Cleveland scores right before halftime, make it 10-7 going into the third. We go up 17-10 in the third still. Going into the fourth, we're up 20-10, 23-10, 31-10, and we got us our first playoff win. We beat Deshaun Watson. Wonder if they're going to show him.
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
I don't see him anywhere, so I guess they don't want to show him. The AFC Championship, we're going to be playing against the New England Patriots, and we'll see how this goes. Here we are, Super Sim in the AFC Championship game. We jump out to a 7-0 lead in the first quarter. Going into second quarter, it's tied 7-7. We jump up 10-10. Oh, now it's 17-10. The score's going so fast, can't even keep up. 24-10, we're in the lead. 24-17, still in the lead. New England's trying to make a comeback, but we quickly pull away. No, they're trying to come back again. 31-28. They ended up winning 35-31. Well, at least we made it to the AFC Championship game. Coach of the Year this last season we had. Guess I'm just gonna have to run Kansas City offense every single year on any rebuild that I ever do, because that's the only way in simulation you can make it to the Super Bowl or even into the playoffs, I guess. I mean, I made it to the playoffs running other playbooks before, but this rebuild specifically, it seemed like wasn't nothing that we could do. We had like amazing teams or really good teams, and just couldn't do anything as far as making it to the playoffs until this last season, whenever we changed to this offense and the defense too. So, well, it was definitely the best season that we had so far. We got a ton of players up here in the top 10 of all these awards. Final team that we're left with, Clay Frazier jumped up to Superstar X Factor. Where's Aaron Jones at? Oh, he's hurt, 91 overall. But Huffman's up to 86. Brandon Cooks is at 89. I guess Brevin Jordan got hurt too. He's up to 84 on defense. We have 2 99 overall linebackers here. Safeties are looking stout. Corners are looking good. Defensive line's looking good. By far the best team that we made in this rebuild so far. And that's going to be it for the video. Hopefully y'all like this content. I know this one was kind of mediocre because crappy 4 seasons that we had, but at least we made it to the AFC Championship in the last game. So Be more to come. Like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate it.